There's cantaloupe, strawberry, oranges, honeydew, water, plates and napkins, so just make yourselves at home and, make you a plate and just nibble as we talk. So this morning, we're gonna do election of officers. Did anybody accidentally maybe read over those, from your sheet that was put in your folder? It was on a yellow piece of paper. Okay, great. Do we have any volunteers? Oh, I need somebody to take minutes for me. Anybody want to volunteer to take minutes?
You just gotta write?
Yes, ma'am. Thanks, Bridget. There you go. So do we have any volunteers that would like to become chairperson? And as you read probably in those minutes, you will be conducting the meeting where I'm at. And it's kinda informal, we do follow the Robert Rules of Order, so, it's kinda simple. I have a little outline for the parliamentary procedures, that you can follow. It's kind of out of order because if we do have a speaker, I like them to kinda go first in the meeting, so that if they have other plans or whatever, they can dismiss.
Okay, is somebody gonna talk to us about what we're gonna be going over and kinda help us, like?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Whoever the chairperson is, I try to send, a pre-made, agenda for you. Of course, we only have to post one, for everyone to see. I actually had it posted, but I thought I better put it in front of me, cause I'm a little nervous this morning, so.
Okay, I mean, if there's no volunteers, I guess I'll take the stand here.
Okay. Any objections or anyone else want to volunteer to be the chairperson? Tell you what, I'm gonna give you this so that you can just kind of follow along with me.
Okay.
I won't go precise, like I said, it's kinda informal, it's nothing that has to be done this way,
Okay.
okay? Really, the only thing that we have to worry about is really the, following emotions,
Okay.
first and second, and any discussion, things like that. So that's really the only real formal thing that we have to kind
And
of.
I can get with you later to
Yes,
kind
ma'am.
of.
Yes, ma'am,
Okay,
and I can
awesome.
train you. Would you like me to come to your house and paint and we discuss?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely,
All right.
please.
Alright, so, this is Catherine. She is, Remington's mom, so she's volunteering to be your chairperson.
I prefer to go by Katie, please.
Okay, Katie. Is there any discussion
About what she, like, about what?
about her becoming the chairperson?
Thank you.
Okay, all in favor for Katie to become your chairperson, please raise your right hand or right foot. Great, okay, Miss Katie will be your new chairperson. Miss Katie, would you like to formally come and do your job? No?
Not today.
Okay.
Not today.
All right.
See how this is done.
So who would like to be her assistant chairperson in case she's ever out sick or anything? Do I have anyone volunteering? Okay, we have Kiara, who is Kingston's mom. Anyone else? Do I need to go get y'all some coffee? Okay, so Kiara, do I have any discussion? Okay, all that would like to elect Kiara to be your vice chairperson, raise your right hand. Wonderful. Alright, next I need a secretary. That's the person that takes minutes, and then I take your minutes and then I put them into our lovely form on the computer. So, Bridget would like to volunteer for that position. Anyone else? Not seeing or hearing anything from anybody, so any discussion about Bridget being your secretary? Alright, All in favor for Miss Bridget, who is Colt's mom in Class B? Okay, show of hands. Wonderful, great, this is going better than I expected. All right, she needs a backup in case she's ever out. You'll just take minutes. Okay, we have Mackenzie, who is Caleb's mom in Class A. Anyone else? Wow, y'all are lively, but, okay. All right, all in favor for Mackenzie, to be your assistant secretary? Wonderful, great. Policy council. Policy council person goes to Kilgore once a month, and usually it's on a Tuesday. And it's like the second Tuesday of each month. The new officers will be, going in October, am I right, Ms. Laura? In October to, kinda get you'll get reimbursed for mileage, you will get, food, lunch taken care of. And you'll be with, we're 14 county wide, so you'll be there with, other policy council reps, and what the policy council rep does is vote and listen to things that are discussed, and then bring them back and present them back to the parent meeting, during the regular parent meetings. So, it is a drive to Kilgore, it's about an hour and 30 minutes. It's fairly easy to find, once you get there one time, you pretty much can come back. So, any volunteers that would like to do the policy council person? Okay, I didn't sell that very well. We can table it for October, if we need to, cause I don't wanna spend a whole lot of time on that, but, I just wanted to offer it. Just know that, the policy council person does help make decisions, on different things about Head Start. So, okay. All in favor that would like to just table that at this time and then move on and maybe elect someone in the future? Great, okay, we'll move on from that. I'm not even gonna ask about an alternate. Health advisory person, kind of the same thing, but you only go twice a year. You go in November and then you go back in, March or April, I believe it is. So there's only 2 meetings. And you will come together again with a health advisory person, that is elected from the other 14 counties, along with nurses, doctors, dentists, and health departments, all that involves into health. So if you're interested in becoming a nurse or nurse practitioner or anything like that, that might be something that you would be interested in. Again, it's going to Kilgore, they will reimburse you mileage, and they will also feed you a meal, at that meeting. So anyone interested in doing the health advisory person?
They also pay for child support?
Child care. If you have, yeah, childcare, if you have any younger children or anything that's at home, they will give you a childcare voucher, during those meetings. If you have someone that takes care of your child during those meetings.
Can we do 2 things? I feel like
Oh, by
this is
all
not
means,
right.
do you wanna do the rest of this?
Hey, don't get crazy.
I'm trying.
I'm
Okay.
in the schedule, so that's fine. You said it's only twice?
Yes, it's in November and I think either March or April. And they'll send me, the invitation letter, and then can put it in Cole's folder and send it home to you. But yes, ma'am, and it's just helping make decisions about what goes in our first aid kit, what children, their health, and keeping them up to par on their health
Okay.
things and stuff, so
And what was the title of it?
it is called a health advisory person.
I'll read it.
Okay, Bridget is volunteering to fill that, spot. Any discussion? All in favor for Bridget to be the health advisory person? Thank you, Bridget. Wonderful. Okay, now that has solved that, I'm gonna pass around the, roster for the parent committee officers. So basically what I need is just your name, address, and phone number, so I can send to Kilgore to advise who's been elected in those positions. So I'll start over here with Katie and let you do that part. Are there any questions or anything about volunteering? Anyone, if you do come into the classroom, you do have to have the volunteer application filled out, which I have some, that I can give you today. Just remember, I also have some handouts about ways that you can volunteer other than in the classroom or in the classroom. So if anybody's interested in, going over that. I think one of the most important, things that you need to remember is just washing your hands. It's very important, the proper hand washing, so, I have those posters, posted to remind you of how to properly wash your hands. Alright, I think next, we will go into, reading the minutes from the parent orientation. Do I have a volunteer that would like to read these minutes? Okay, front and back, and then we will have a discussion if needed, and then we'll vote on those.
Elkhart Parent Orientation Meeting was called to order on August 22nd by Ms. Steely, ISD Principal. Ms. Kylie Terrell, Head Start Class A teacher, spoke with the parents explaining what Head Start means. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. What Head Start means compared to the other two pre-K classes. Ms. Kylie provided information about the benefits of early childhood education. She gave financial information to parents about the ways that Region 7 Head Start grant has contributed to improvements around our school that benefit all students. Ms. Kylie thanked parents for their patience as the second class was created, paperwork completed, rosters prepared, and many other challenges and changes that have occurred thus far. Parents asked about ways to help their child with pre-K skills at home. Ms. Kylie referred parents to the daily homework calendar, curriculum brochure, weekly newsletters, online tools, and access to pre-K guides, Remind Class app, monthly meetings, progress monitoring report cards, as well as home visits and conferences are all ways that parents can stay connected and receive plenty of information for helping students outside of school. Ms. Kylie asked for any additional questions. Parents had none. She then reminded them to reach out anytime for anything. Video was shown regarding an overview of the Head Start program and benefits. Video was shown regarding the importance of attendance. Ready Rosie video was shown giving parents information about other skills that could be used to help their child with skills that students will learn in the classroom. Each family was provided with a folder with the following information, which was discussed and gone over with the families: transportation, pedestrian bus safety, ISD contact information sheet, the Head Start parent handbook acknowledgement, parents' rights and annual notice of possible disclosure of information, standard of conduct policy and confidentiality statement form, and parent interest survey. The following were provided in the way of handouts giving parents information about when is too sick for school, student support for disabilities and mental health team, build the habit of good attendance, the A Bright Star Flyer, the roles of parent committee officers, and the health advisory person. Ms. Becky Hogue shared with parents the techniques of washing hands. Parents were given the opportunity to ask questions. Parents were encouraged to stop by the ISD office to pick up a volunteer application to fill out in order to volunteer in the classroom. Ms. Sherry Reed, the ISD PIEMS registrar, printed out the ISD student handbook information page about students' attendance. Ms. Steely encouraged parents to send a picture of the doctor's note, dentist note, to Ms. Reed through email showing that the child was at the doctor dentist appointment. Parents were informed that students will be attending weekly assemblies in the gyms on Fridays. Parents were notified that parent meetings will be once a month and there will be 2 male involvement days, one in the fall and the other in spring. A parent asked if we would go to the Texas freshwater fishery in Athens. Parents were informed that the fishery is currently under renovations. And that concludes the minutes.
Is there any, discussion about the minutes? No. Okay, just to inform y'all that on November the 9th is gonna be our first male involvement event. We're going to the park. So, we'll be there from 10 to 1. We'll have lunch with our, families. So, just, know that as a reminder, that we're inviting all our family members to come play in the park with us.
You said 10 to 1?
10 to 1, yes ma'am. Cause we have to be back by 3 o'clock, for the assembly. So. Of course, there's other calendar events that you can go on Elkhart ISD website and see the month, that's coming up. I don't think it'll actually, October won't be actually posted till the 1st of October, so, but if there's no discussion about the minutes, do I have a motion to approve those minutes? Okay, we got several motions, do I have a second? Several seconds, so that will pass, so the minutes for, August have been, approved. I just wanna let you know, introduce you to our Linden Library that is located in the Head Start classroom. This is a library at your leisure, to, come and check out books. There's children's books, there's, adult resource books, for various topics, that you can come and check out. I've actually already, checked out a few books to parents, on things that they, wanted, from home, like, a death in the family, potty training, other resources for adults. So that's at your leisure and at your, availability. You can stop by anytime. Of course, you'll have to come through the front office and get your little name badge, and then you can come down and look through the, Linden Library. I also want to encourage you to possibly create a home library, using a milk crate or a box or something, if you don't have one, because ultimately Miss Tiffany and Miss Kylie, and I believe Miss Ashley and Miss Kelsey will also be sending books home that your child can keep, for their reading experience as well. I can't, tell you enough about reading is essential. It's essential for math, it's essential for science, it's just essential for their creation, especially wherever they get into the 3rd grade and start taking the big tests. It helps with their imagination. Books can take you places that you may not get to go or visit. And they, just like in the, Linden Library, there's books about going to the doctor, going to the dentist, or going to the hospital. Cause this, at this age, some of our kids are having to go and have tonsils or, adenoids and tubes put in their ears, and they might be a little scary for them. We as adults don't think about it, but for small children, it could be a scary, thing. Also, you can go to garage sales to pick up books fairly cheap. The library, in Palestine also has book sales, around November and again in the spring, and that sell books at a very, cheap, price as well. Yes, ma'am?
Just Deb's in Elkhart here, all of her books are free too in the back room.
Okay, great. So Just Deb's here in Elkhart, which is right across from Kim's, here. It's a little resale shop. There's even one, above her in the purple building. Now, I've not been in there since she reopened. I think it's probably changed ownerships, but you probably can just go most anywhere and pick up free books. And reading is really, really, really essential, to your child's education now. Okay, so I just wanna encourage that to you. Now we'll move on to, as you know, last month I gave you a stack of papers, and one of them it had the parent interest survey. So on the survey, these are gonna be topics of meetings that you'll have each month. This is where we'll come in and talk about, what topics you want when. Bridget, that's what I kinda gave you, is a sheet for the scheduling, if you don't mind just putting down the topic name in those little, areas of months.
Okay.
So, one of our meetings need to be, today, like we did orientation last month, today we also did the volunteer training last month, today we did election of officers. So now, the meetings that you have left is the nutrition, the health, how to keep your child safe, and transition. The transition meeting, I can go right ahead and tell you, usually we try to do that in April, and that's where a kindergarten teacher will come up and talk about the expectations of kindergarten and what you, whenever your child goes into kindergarten in August, the expectations of what your child will need, and things that you can do over the summertime to help so that they're not losing what they gain. And you would be surprised, in 2 months, they can lose a lot of the things that they develop as far as skills. So the teacher will give you some suggestions and ideas of what to continue to work on, like name writing and reading to them and things like that. So usually that transition meeting happens in April. The results of your parent interest was continuing education, which had 7 votes. Another one that's under community resources, and then you had under parenting skills, you had civil rivalry, understanding development skills of children, and helping your child to develop self-comment skills. Under mental health, you had building and maintaining self-esteem in children and understanding the development of child's social emotional brain. And then under employment, education, and training, CPR was a big hit. So, with that being said, we need to decipher which months you would like a nutrition education meeting. So you're gonna have to plan for October, November, December, January, February, March. So we have to get 6 meetings scheduled. So how many of you would like your October meeting to be on nutrition?
Sounds like a great idea for the most candy-filled month.
Right, yeah.
Okay, that seems to be the majority, so we'll go ahead and just plan for October's meeting to be in, on nutrition education. All in favor? Great, alright. The next one, how many of you would like help to be in November? That seems like that's the majority of y'all. Any discussion? Okay, then, all in favor for help to be in your November meeting? Okay, that seems like a good idea. So in December, how many of y'all would like, can I jump that one? How many of y'all would like continuing education for December? Because January would start a new college, and I could probably get somebody in here to talk with you about college, TVC, as well as the workforce people. to come in and probably discuss the things that they have to offer that would help with continuing ed. So, would that be all right with y'all to do December with continuing ed?
Yes, ma'am.
That seems like the consensus. All right, then for December, we'll do, community resource continuing education. Okay, now I'll jump back, how to keep your child safe. This is just information, people that come in from either the Child Protective Services, or it could be a police officer or a nurse, somebody that has information about ways to keep your child safe, especially with technology and the social media and things like that. It's getting very, very dangerous out there. So this is not a meeting just to inform, nothing else, just to inform how to keep your child safe. The stranger thing going on, they're getting more and more creative. And even with, even some of our older kids, and I don't say that to scare you, I say that to inform you, and that's why I bring the speaker in to talk with you about informing, and so that people, I hate to say it, we go into Walmart and we don't think twice, but there's been a couple occasions where there's been incidents where strangers have walked up and down the aisle and kind of coached kids away from their parents. Or kids are loose in stores and nobody's got eyes on them because you're busy with maybe an infant or something like that. That's not to scare you, like I said, it's to inform you. So for January, would how to keep your child safe be all right with everyone to do as a topic? That seems like that's a consent. Alright, so in January, we will do how to keep your child safe. February, it appears that, civil rivalry, in helping your child develop self-common skills and understanding, child development skills in children. Seemed like that would be probably a good topic to go over, is parent skills for February. Would that be okay with everyone? Seems like a consensus there. So in February, we'll do parent skills and topics off of that. And then, we only have March, and so, building and maintaining self-esteem and understanding development of children's social emotional brain, could we put that on March? Okay, seems like consensus of everyone there, so we will do that. So, Miss Bridget, and then April, of course, will be the transition meeting, and May, between April and May, we'll do another male involvement, and that will cover basically our our meeting for May. So,
What was March, where I can try to figure out how to put it in this tiny box? Children's emotion.
Parenting skills.
Wait,
No.
March? No, it's February.
February was parenting
What's
skills.
March?
Oh, mental health.
Okay.
Just put mental health and then I'll. So, Bridget, would you mind going back down the list so that we can vote on those in that order?
Okay. October will be nutritional education.